Topping our news tonight, the U.S. Department of Justice says it is withholding some funds that were supposed to go to Maine's prison system.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says it's because of the Department of Corrections' decision to lock up a convicted murderer who is transgender in a women's prison.
Now we are learning more about what impact that move may have. Here's News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch.
The state of Maine in the crosshairs of the Trump administration once again.
Back to Maine, what's happening there is they're not abiding by what President Trump said.
On Fox News Tuesday morning, Attorney General Pam Bondi announcing federal funding cuts to Maine's prisons, all over the state's decision to put a transgender inmate behind bars with women.
No longer. We will pull your funding. We will protect women in prison. We will protect women in sports. We will protect women throughout this country.
The conflict centering on the case of a Winthrop teenager convicted of brutally killing her parents and dog in 2016. Andrew Balser, who is now a transgender woman going by the name Andrea, is serving a 40-year sentence in Maine's women's prison in Windham.
A giant 6'1", 245-pound guy who committed a double murder.
Attorney General Bondi's funding cuts coming to the state through a formal notice on Monday. A spokesperson with the Maine Department of Corrections says the federal grants being slashed include programs to improve substance use disorder treatment and an initiative to improve the probation system. Prisoner rights advocate Jan Collins responding to this in a statement, saying in part, if the federal government truly cares about all women, they would not withdraw funding for essential programs. Others in Maine are praising the move by Bondi. Republican State Representative Laurel Libby, who was censured for a social media post of a transgender teen to argue against trans athletes in women's sports, says the Attorney General's views are popular in the state.
Mainers, by and large, don't agree with this extreme agenda to have men in women's sports, women's prisons, etc.
The move by the Trump administration, just the latest in a long battle between Maine and Washington around the state's refusal to follow the president's interpretation of federal law surrounding gender and the place of the executive branch to withhold funding appropriated by Congress.
My issue is about the rule of law, pure and simple.
And the Maine Department of Corrections says it is evaluating the impacts on service of this funding cut announcement. As for the governor, we did reach out for a comment and for an interview, but have not heard back. In Augusta, Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.